Good morning from the Isle of Benbecula, sandwiched between North Uist and South Uist. I've just come over the causeway and I'm going to go straight up to the highest point before it starts raining. See you up there. We're passing the co-op anyway, so I thought I would nip into the car park to show you what a lovely view you will get while you are packing your messages away in your car. And you can look out for otters. I have been reliably informed that somebody has seen an otter on 3 separate occasions from this very car park. So I have been here sitting, looking, and no, it's a negative from me. It's open Monday to Saturday, Jaloan, Good Jasahern from 7 AM to 10, and Sunday, Jadonich from 12:30 till 10 PM. Being from Lewis, this isn't how we would say Sunday in Gaelic, but Uist, Benbecula and Barad do. Can anyone guess what I'd say? I was 145.9 just now. Isn't too bad considering it's 142.9 in Stornoway, so that's what I always make my comparison against. So turn left is a wee shortcut into Balivanich, and turning right at the recycling place is the Ruval footpath direction. So Ruval is the name of the hill. What a fantastic road this is. What else is at the end of this road? But if this road is like this just for this hill, then come on. And the other roads are a disaster. It's part of the Hebrides way, and I think it goes over the hill. It's so windy. I can't even see, my eyes are steaming. I need to get sunglasses on for the wind. Whew, all the wee lochans. Beautiful, isn't it? We're not even up at the top yet, so let's go. Whew, it's wild. My eyes, I can't see anything. So that is why you need sunglasses, even if there is no sun. Oh, that's better. Whew. I hope. Keep the wind out my eyes. Oh my gosh, will you see this? It's so windy, I can hardly. I had to take my glasses. We're just flapping all over the place. North Uist, the Harris Hills. Benbecula in Gaelic is Benbecula, which means mountain of the ford. Now we know that ford is a crossing over water, be it by foot or with a vehicle, and we have the South Ford Causeway and the North Ford Causeway. This hill, Ruval, is 127 metres high, but a fairly easy path to follow, lots of boggy parts in winter though. We can see big hills to the south, and to the east the Isle of Skye and the cliffs at Niched Point. Remember, I tried to see them on the top of Benmore, but I couldn't, but they're visible from here. Benbecula is really flat in comparison to the surrounding islands. In fact, there's more water than land, I think. Balivanich was the name of the area that I think we see to the east, where that road that I was on continues to, where Bonnie Prince Charlie escaped from over the sea to Skye, disguised as Betty Burke, Flora MacDonald's maid. So I have just driven all the way back down here to Balivanich so that I can go into Balivanich in this direction. To the left we have the Dark Island Hotel. Down there is where the festival EDF takes place every July after the Heb Kelton Stornoway. I mean, I haven't been to very many. I was only at the one before that. EDF 2024 was phenomenal. It's absolutely amazing. Hear any music from any of the bands, and I've asked their permission, so I'm not going to get a copyright strike. Even the wind turbines have been picked up here.
The story of the life inside of
Okay, let's get back to reality, back on the ground, and this is Balivanich School, just a wee walk away from the DI. And in here is also the library and the dentist and the swimming pool and the gym for the whole of the island from Berneray to Eriskay. This is a campsite. But how funny are the toilets here? So the gents get a seal. The office. Oh, maybe they're all seals. I've just met this lovely lady who owns the Otter's Edge and tells me it's open from the
18th of April.
And when does it close?
It closes on the 30th of September.
What a lovely spot you have.
It's a nice spot. It's nice.
Just seen the rabbits.
Oh, loads of rabbits. There's always loads of rabbits, yes. We struggle keeping them on.
And what about otters?
We have got otters on the beach. This time of year they're down the bottom by the wind turbine. Later on they'll be at the top on the corner. So,
okay.
But May and June, after that they disappear.
A short drive along the road is Borve Castle, built by the first wife of John, Lord of the Isles, between 1344 and 1363. It was abandoned in the early 1700s and now it's totally collapsed. You've got to go through a croft to get to it. It's not signposted. You'd pass it and wonder what it was. There's not really much to see. We're just driving into Nunton, which in Gaelic is Balivanich, which means town of the nuns. And so that would make sense. Nunton, nun town. And this is Nunton House, which is where the hostel is now. £30 a night, and wait until you see inside this place. This is the first time I had ever been in it, and I really want to stay in it one night just to experience it. And you get breakfast as well. You don't get it made for you, but there is cereal and milk and all sorts available. So let's take a wee look inside. See what the kitchen's like. Well, this is fabulous. Look at this fireplace.
Well, probably dates from after 1720.
Was this all of this part of the house?
The Clan Chief Clan Ralph's family home from 1715 until 1838.
When the castle in Ormaclidge was burnt down?
Yeah, Ormaclidge burnt down in 1715. So
this is where the horse and carriage would come through to enter the walled garden, and I can just imagine what it would have been like back then. Today it's a different story altogether. It's used as farmland, but what an amazing spot. And I think nicer than the Ormaclidge Castle. I was given a tour of the grounds and was able to see where the horses were kept and where Bonnie Prince Charlie changed into Betty Burke to escape over the sea to Skye. The house that you can see at the front was an old thatched cottage, and that's where they moved into, and then they built the rest of it after that. I've just had a good look around. These stones were put here by the guy that owns the hostel, and they signify Benbecula in the middle and north, south, east and west around it. Pretty cool. It's here in Benbecula that I buy one of my favourite gins, Downpour. Nunton Steadings was constructed in the early 1700s on the site of a nunnery that dated back to the 1300s, making this one of the oldest surviving buildings in the Outer Hebrides. Fast forward to the late 1900s when the building was renovated and it was used as a cafe, crafts and exhibition centre, and it was put in the market in 2020 and transformed into the fabulous distillery that we see here. It's good to know that they have kept some of the original features, such as the cobbled floors. They're going to be working with local crofters who produce bare barley. Most whisky was made from this grain years ago until the mass-produced grains were introduced. But apparently this one tastes incredible. I'll believe it when I taste it.
I don't like whiskey.
But this, coupled with the Uishka, is sure to create something decent, especially if their gin is anything to go by. And this is pretty cool. There's a bell at Nunton, and years ago when something significant happened on the island, they would ring this bell to let people know. And it was last rung on the turn of millennium, and they say that they're going to ring it again when the first drop of Nunton whiskey is drunk from the Steadings building. How good is that? And the owners say that this is a fitting way to mark the start of whiskey returning to our island, and it really is.
Let's have a look. Up at the wee spot for Culla Bay, the beach, which is just 5 minutes out of Balivanich, 5 minutes out of Nunton and not far from Balivanich. So we're on our way in there. Let's go to the beach. Okay, let's go. Macher Life telling us that we might find a corn crake. That would be amazing, but we're not going to find them just now. Not in February. Right, well, we'll go up here. Oh, wow. Guys, check this out. How fabulous is this? How fabulous is this? Oh my gosh, who even knew this was here? Not me. So I'm going to do a video on the beaches from Berneray to Eriskay, and this is definitely going to be included in that, but I'm going to properly walk on it. Oh, I'm so glad I came here to see that. Oh, and I got the rabbits. Oh man, they're so far away, I don't think you're going to see them. And because we all love a wee heeling coo. Spotted another one.
We've left Nunton, the town of the nuns, Balivanich, and now we are just approaching Balivanich, town of the monks, which in English is just Balivanich. It's here you'll find Hospital Uist agus Varai, the community hospital serving the whole of the Southern Isles. A Bank of Scotland and a Chinese takeaway that only takes cash, and it's the only one you're going to find until you reach Stornoway if you're going north. Other places to eat include Stepping Stones, Charlie's Bistro and the Airport Cafe, but I'm going to show you them in another video on where to eat in the Southern Isles. We're heading down to the airport beach now because I know there's a flight due in.
Public access strictly forbidden beyond that point. We're strictly forbidden to go beyond this point because this point is the airport. There's a wee bit that we can get closer to see. You can definitely see the runway. It's not as if it's landing on a beach. It doesn't land on the beach here like it does in Barra. But this is the security. Like there isn't anything between the beach and the runway. Oh, I see it now. There we go. There's the runway. And here I am. Just hanging out here waiting on the plane to come. I'm just going to check that that plane left Glasgow at 2:30. Oh, I see some action going on here. Look, see they're coming up. Oh gosh, see they're coming after me. No, I'm allowed to be here. I haven't doing anything wrong. Maybe they're coming to check me out though. Oh, the lights have gone on. Oh, it's looking good. This just doing a wee recce off the ground now, making sure it's all clear. Golly gosh, it's Baltic. Do you ever look at the seabirds and think, what on earth? How on earth? I think I should live somewhere hot. This is just not good for me, living here. Here it comes. Has it landed yet? I think it has. Oh my goodness, I am right in the firing line for this plane. I hope it's got good brakes. Ah. Pilots will be wondering, what on earth? How much of the runway does it need to use? Does it need to take it all in? Does it go right to the end? Yes, it does. Hi, welcome to Benbecula. So there you go. There's a flight into Barra and a flight into Benbecula. And for the Southern Isles, those are the two islands that have got an airport. The only other island in the Outer Hebrides with an airport is Lewis, and that's the airport in Stornoway. Right, I don't know if you can see how cold it is here, or if you can tell. It's probably 4 degrees just now. Feels colder, in fact, though. Okay, let's carry on. We've got lots more to see off Benbecula. These bus shelters are great for information, telling us all about Balivanich, where you can spot owls and eagles, and climbing Ruval, which is what we did today. Buzzards, owls, golden eagles, yep. Been before. The causeways, oh my goodness. Benbecula Airport and hills of North Uist. Yeah, that's where we were just now. We could see that, yep. Neil McPhee. The water tower in Benbecula is an iconic structure which was built in the early 1970s to serve the RAF station here beside the airport. It's no longer in use, but it really is a notable landmark in the flat Benbecula landscape. What do you think? Do you think it's an eyesore? This is what I'm trying to get to. This is where I am. At the Hebrides shop. It's like a gift shop, craft shop. I don't know, is that what they're calling it? A craft shop. And look, the most iconic architectural, I don't know, is it an eyesore? So it overlooks this temple Culla, but I hope I don't have to go that way because there's 2 cows down there and they're having a bit of a rammy. Okay, right, we're gonna have to walk because I'm absolutely Baltic already. I don't even know what it looks like. You see in the background the big water tower. It's massive, isn't it? I don't see anything that looks remotely like I want to go and walk through that bog to see. The temple I was looking for, Temple Culla, is not accessible at the moment, although I do believe that they are trying to make it more accessible for us to get to. Across the road is Gramsdale Stone Circle.
where most of the stones have fallen and the grass has grown around them, but there is one still standing. From here you can also see Ruval, the hill that we have just been up. I spoke to somebody who had lived here all their life and they didn't know what the stones were about. They think they're just markers because on the site looking towards Ruval you can see another 2 standing stones a bit of a distance apart, so their explanation sounds much better than anything I could make up.
The lady was also telling me, and this can be quite cute, look what they've got here, and there's a nice wee pen for them. They've got a Lambland orphanage for the wee pet lambs. This is probably the cutest thing ever. Oh, I can't cope how cute that is.
I have never been on this road in my life before. Remember I said in my previous video, if you watched it, don't just go up and down the main north to south road. Go off to the east and the west. They're obviously putting a new thatch on it.
Park the car there and I'm going to go up this and see if there's anything up here. I'm seeing a ruin quite far in the distance to the right of the telegraph pole, right in the middle here. Okay, well I'll go over the brow of this hill and see if there's anything. House down here? Are you kidding me on? Oh, and that ruin is, there's a loch between me and that ruin. I can't believe anybody lives down there. No, this is not how they get to that house. Must have been the enemy, I don't know. Right, I'm going to go through this gate because there's something that I want to see. I mean, how much do we trust Google Maps when it comes to this kind of stuff in the middle of nowhere? It says it's 1 minute away. Cup marked stone, I had to look to see. Dare me just go in here and private road, no cars beyond this point. I think I should just go in. There's no signpost or nothing.
Nah, I didn't find the stone, but I found time here in this video to thank Davey, Blues345 on YouTube, for your big thanks to me. Your generosity is unbelievable and your support for my wee channel has been amazing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's the end of the day and the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed a wee run around Benbecula. Thank you so much. See you soon.